Dynamic class today, and our focus is backbends. We'll start with Namaskar 1, 5, and 6. Those are the three we'll do. Uh, the target posture is actually Anjaneyasana, the low crescent lunge, which you do in Namaskar 6. But when we get to it somewhere in the seated series or in the ground series, we'll try and go as deep as possible in that. So that's our target for today, Anjaneyasana. But of course, a lot of other interesting stuff coming up as well. Come on up, Surya Namaskars. Come to the front of the mat. Let's start with variation 1. Feet together, palms together. Release, let it go. Inhale, up and back. Breathing out, forward bend down. Left leg all the way back, knee touching the ground. Lift up the back knee first and then into your plank. To the ground, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, chest up in cobra. Exhale, hips back in down dog. Left foot all the way forward. Forward bend. And breathing in, up and behind. Straighten, release. Continue up. Forward bend down. Right leg all the way back. Plank. Down to the mat. Chest up, cobra. Hips back, down dog. Right leg forward. Uttanasana, forward bend. And breathing in, up and behind. Straighten, let it go. Now, let's do Namaskar 6, which is the same thing but with a low crescent lunge. Inhale, up. Forward bend down. Left leg all the way back, knee touching the ground, arms up. Hands down and plank. 8 pointed salute. Cobra, chest up. Down dog, hips back. Left forward, right knee touching the ground, arms up. Hands down and a forward bend. Inhale, up and behind. Straighten, let it go. One more there, up. Forward bend down. Right leg back, knee touch, arms up. Hands down and plank. 8 pointed. Cobra. Down dog. Right leg forward, arms up. Hands down, Uttanasana. Breathing in, up and behind. Straighten, let it go. Okay, now moving into Namaskar 5. Now, if you don't like to jump, don't jump. And if you don't want to turn your feet for the up dog, don't. In fact, I would recommend don't do that because it disrupts the timing of the movements. All right, so you can stay on your toes with the toes tucked under all throughout. Let's do this. Namaskar 5. Feet together, palms together. Release. Inhale, arms up, but don't look up, don't curve back. Absolutely vertical. Forward bend down. Inhale, half up or head up. Bend your knees a bit. Jump back into down dog. Move your shoulders forward. Drop your hips. Up dog. Lift the hips just a little bit. Go down into chaturanga. Straight arms. Up dog. Hips back. Downward dog. Knees bent slightly. Hop to the front. Half up. All the way down. And then finally, all the way up. Do not look up. Do not go behind. Don't curve. Release. Last one for the day. Inhale up. Forward bend down. Head up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, up dog. Lift the hips, chaturanga. Up dog, straight arms, breathe in. Down dog, hips push back. Bend your knees, hop to the front. Head up. All the way down. And all the way up. Release, relax, and let it go. Okay, standing postures. Now what we'll do is we'll do one posture 3 times, all right? So exactly the same thing 3 times. If you can, of course, you'll deepen it. We won't be changing variations. 3 times, and then we'll do something else. So just as an example, you'll do 3 times Trikonasana, and then you'll try and move into a half moon, and then we'll do a transition before we change sides. Let's see how this goes. Front of the mat, breathe in, fold over, and get into a down dog first. So just shake about a bit, relax. And let's start practice. Right leg forward, triangle. Right leg forward, back foot flat. Come on up, ready for triangle. Breathe in, breathe out. Tuck the hip and go forward, and only as low as you like. Stay for just a few seconds. Inhale up. Same thing again. Hip tucks in, go forward and down. Slow. Try not to move too fast. Inhale up. One more of this. Tuck the hip in, go forward with an exhale and down. Triangle, Trikonasana. And we're not coming up from here. Place your left hand on your hip, right knee bent. Now shuffle the left foot a little forward. Take the right hand forward. Use a block if you want. We're going into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Lift off. If you can, if you're comfortable, left arm straight up and stay. Now, as far as the head is concerned, maybe you're looking at the side, maybe you're looking up at the left thumb. Both okay. But remember, chest facing the side, open hips. Left hand on hip, right knee bent, back foot touches the ground. Both hands on your mat, get back into a plank. Wait. In the plank, right knee outside the right arm. Maybe it touches the elbow, maybe it doesn't, all okay. Right leg back, breathe in, nice and slow, down to the ground. Chaturanga Dandasana. Turn the feet upward facing dog. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, triangle on the left leg. So back foot flat. Come on up, arms front and back. And look forward, look through the left hand. Breathe in. And let's go triangle. Tuck the hip and go forward and down. Inhale up. Hips tuck in, go forward and down, triangle again. Inhale up. One more. Exhale, forward, down. Right hand on hip, bending the left knee. Get that right foot a little closer. This will help you to lift off. Left hand forward. Use your block if you need it. And let's go. Ardha Chandrasana on the left leg. Right leg up. If you can, right arm up as well. Beautiful. Right hand on hip, left knee bent. Back foot touching the ground. Both hands on your mat. Step back into plank. In the plank, left knee outward towards the left triceps, left elbow, maybe even hanging in midair, maybe touching. Legs back, down to the ground, chaturanga. Turn the feet, upward facing dog, slow movements. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming up next, Parshottan, the pyramid. Now for this, you'll need a shorter distance. So, right leg forward, but then get the left foot a little closer and then come on up. Now remember, if you like, you're welcome to bend that right knee a little bit, not too much. 3 times. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale, start coming up. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, up. Last one. Exhale, fold over. Right knee bent. Both hands forward, fingertips touching the floor. And lift off the back leg. If and only if you can, right leg straight. It's more important to have level hips. And we're not taking the body any lower than this for now. Just focus on absolutely level hips. Neck neutral, looking slightly forward. Back leg touches the ground. Both hands on your mat. Step back into plank. Now breathe in. Breathe out. Hunch your shoulders, right knee to the nose. Right leg back. Nice and slow. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Same thing on the left leg. Left leg forward. Right foot a little closer. Inhale, come on up. Pyramid, Parshottan. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Staying down just for a couple of seconds. Inhale all the way up, arms up, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, trying to fold from the hips, not from the lower back. Down. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale down. Okay. Bend the left knee. Both hands forward, fingertips only. And the reason we say fingertips is because you don't get into the habit of putting too much weight onto your hands. So just fingertips. Lift up the right heel first and let's go. Right leg up. About hip level or slightly higher if you can manage. Only if possible, left leg completely straight. Your focus is to keep your hips level. Do not strain the neck by looking too far forward. You're looking at the ground a few feet in front of you. And most of your weight is on your leg, on your left leg. There's not so much on your hands. That's it. Bending the left knee, back foot touches the ground. Both hands on the mat. Step back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Rounded shoulders, left knee to the nose. Legs back. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Next, revolving triangle coming up. Right leg all the way forward. Now again, for this, you'll have to shorten the distance. So back foot a little closer. Turn the heel slightly inward. Inhale, come on up. So you should feel like you're standing exactly for Parshvottanasana. It's almost the same distance. Chest facing forward, hips facing forward. And let's do this 3 times. Now be careful because this could be a little shaky. Right hand on hip. And we'll keep the right hand over here. We won't take it up when we finish the posture. Inhale, left up. Exhale, turning as you go down. And that's it. Turn to the right. Forget the right arm for today. Leave the hand on hip. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale down, slow. Feel free to start with your shin. Feel free to use a block. Turn. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale down. Turn. Revolving triangle, Parivritta Trikonasana. Now, we're not coming up. Bend the right knee. Both hands on the ground in front of you. If you're using a block, block under the left hand. And I would really advise you to use a block. It just makes it so much safer. Lift off the back leg, revolving half moon coming up. Turning your chest to the right. If you're okay there, right arm up. Beautiful. Bending the front knee, back foot touches the ground. Both hands down. Both hands on the mat. Step back into plank. In the plank, right knee to left elbow. Go. Legs back. Down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. downward facing dog. Left leg all the way forward. Right foot a little closer. Inhale. Come on up. Now just stay there while I explain something. Now, if you're having trouble coming up from that revolving triangle, a really good idea is, let's say you're here, to first get your hand inside the foot and then come on up. And that'll prevent you from shaking around too much. All right? Remember that. So we're in position for revolving triangle. Left leg forward, left hand on hip, and we're not moving this left arm today. Right arm up. Exhale, turning as you go down. Right hand inside the foot. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down. Right hand inside the foot. Inhale all the way up. Third and last one. Exhale down, revolving triangle. Now we're not coming up. Right hand inside the foot, bend the front knee, both hands down, both hands forward, block under the right hand. Lift off the back leg, turning your chest to the left. If you can, left arm up, revolving half moon. And both hands on the mat, stepping back into plank. Breathe in, breathe out, left knee, right elbow. Back, down chaturanga, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right leg all the way forward. Back knee touching the ground. We're doing warrior, but this time with the back heel up. So you're not going to flatten the back foot, just from here. Chest up, arms up. Inhale, back leg straight. High crescent lunge, warrior one variation. Down. Inhale up, back leg straight. Down. Notice you're not changing the way your body leans. Last one, inhale up. Okay, from here moving into warrior three, but let's do it the easy way. Hands down on the ground. Back leg a little closer, helps you to lift off. Both hands forward, fingertips lightly touching the ground just for balance. Back leg up in the air. Now, if you want, right knee slightly bent, doesn't matter. Let's go, chest up a little bit so fingers do not touch the ground anymore. Arms back. And right knee slightly bent just for safety. Hands down. Back foot down. Hands on the mat. Stepping back into your plank. In the plank, right leg off. Just a little bit of a lift about hip level or so. No need to go too high. Down, breathe in, elbows bent, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward dog, exhale, down facing dog. Left leg forward, right knee touching the ground. Chest up, arms up, absolutely vertical. Now remember, when you do that movement, knee up, knee down, you don't want the body to move forward and back, all right? You stay really vertical over here. Inhale, right leg straight. That's it. Right knee bent. Inhale straight. Right knee bent. Last one, right leg straight. Breathe in. Breathe out, hands touch. Step closer. Both hands forward, fingertips only. Right leg up in the air. Around hip level, don't go too high. Chest higher, so fingertips off, arms back, and keep that left knee slightly bent. So when you keep that left knee bent, you're more aware of what your hips are doing. They're not turning involuntarily. It's just so much safer as well. Hands down, back foot touches the ground, hands on the mat, back into plank, and left leg up in the air. Left leg down, Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, and a downward facing dog. And that's it, standing posture's done. Knees down, sit in Vajrasana for a while, giving your thighs some rest. Okay, lying down on our bellies, we're doing a few back bends. Now, this is what the sequence looks like. You're going to do a cobra, release, up dog, release. Then you'll do another back bend, and you move back into a child pose, and then a plank every single time. Now, if that sounds confusing, don't worry. The first time we do it, you'll know what we're talking about. Lying down. So we're doing quite a few cobras and up dogs. Feel free to make them easier or stronger, whatever you like. Hands near your chest, feet slightly apart. Inhale up into cobra. Down, all the way down. Hands near your lower ribs. Inhale, push into up dog, knees and thighs off the ground. Really straight, strong legs. And down. Left hand near your chest, right hand forward. Locust, but diagonal. Right arm, left leg up. Release. Left hand forward, right hand near your chest. Inhale, left hand, right leg up. Now make sure the right leg is absolutely straight and not turning at the hip. Release. Now, from here, hands near your chest, push yourself all the way back into a child pose, bum on heels. Drop your head so that you relax your neck as well. And from there itself, move your shoulders forward. You've come into a plank. Okay, slow descent down, chaturanga. Hold it for a couple of seconds and then flat down on the ground. Point your feet. Next set. Hands near your chest. Inhale, cobra. You don't have to come up too high. Down. Hands near lower ribs. Upward facing dog. Lifting off completely. Down. Right hand forward. Left hand holding the foot, one-legged bow. Inhale, up. Release. Change. Left arm forward. Right hand holding the foot. Inhale, up. Release. Hands near your chest, very slow. Push yourself back. Balasana. Hips on heels. Long, flat back. Head down. Knees slightly apart will make it easier. Shoulders forward. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees off. You're in a plank. And then slow descent. Hold your chaturanga if you can. Flat down on the ground. Next, hands near your chest, cobra again. Inhale, up. Down. Hands near lower ribs, upward facing dog. Down. Grabbing both the feet, Dhanurasana, the bow. You don't have to go too high. Inhale, open up, chest up. Try and lift your knees off the ground. Roll your shoulders back. Beautiful. Release. Legs down, hands near your chest. And slow. Push yourself back into Balasana. Shoulders forward. Tuck your toes under, knees off. Plank. Gentle descent into chaturanga. Hold it. And down. Okay. Second last back bend. Hands near your chest. Of course, we have to do the whole sequence. Inhale, Bhujangasana, Cobra. Down. Hands near lower ribs. Upward facing dog. Straight, strong legs. Down. Now, you'll need to push yourself up into a down dog first. And now from here, you'll take the right knee forward, the right knee, not the foot. Keeping that heel under your hip. So we're not crossing over into one-legged pigeon variation 1. We're doing one-legged pigeon variation 2. So your heel is under the hip. You're sitting on the heel. Okay, from there, let's come up a little higher just by using your fingertips. There, you're a little more vertical than before. Now, with this one, you're welcome to stop wherever you like. Walk your hands a little further back, and you're sitting even more vertical. Now, maybe you feel your hips come off the heel, and that's okay. Doesn't matter if it happens. Arms up, and only if you can, a little backward curve. Up is good enough. Don't force anything. Okay, arms straight up, hands down to the ground. And from here, let's move into a down dog straight away so that we can change legs. Lift off, down dog. Give it a moment. Left knee forward, heel under hip. Preparatory posture for one-legged royal pigeon variation 2. Preparatory, it's not the whole thing. Leaning forward a little bit, just being really safe and sure with this. Now, fingertips. So you're a little higher, the bend is a little deeper in the back. Walk your fingers back. So now you're sitting almost vertical. Arms up. You're welcome to stay here, but if you can, curve back slightly. Straighten up. Hands down. Take your legs back. So left leg goes back. Knees touch the ground. Balasana. Bum on heels. Shoulders forward. Tuck the toes under. Knees off. Proper, beautiful plank. Down into chaturanga. If possible, go slow. Hold it. Down to the ground. Point your feet, and here's your last back bend. Inhale, cobra. Release. Hands a little further down. Inhale, up dog. Down. Hands near your chest. You'll have to lift off into down dog again. Go back. Lift off into down dog. We're going into the low crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. We'll take our time with this. Right leg all the way forward, back knee touching the ground. Now I'll leave this up to you. How do you want to place the back foot? You can keep your toes tucked under or you can point them. That's up to you. Now, the second choice you have over here is how do you want to place the front knee? So maybe you have the front knee directly above the heel. If that works for you, fantastic. Maybe you have a little forward. So let's say knee in line with the toes. But only if you can, you'll flex the foot even deeper and take that knee as far forward as you can manage. So up to you, choose which way would you like to do this. Get into position and wait there. Now let's go hands on hips and wait here for a moment. Fingers interlocked, arms up, and let's wait there for a moment. Okay, now we're curving back. Please remember, do only what you can. Breathe in, reach up at the ceiling. Breathe out, start curving back as little or as much as you like. Inhale back up. Exhale, hands down. And really slow, tuck your back toes under, move into a down dog. We're changing legs. Left foot all the way forward, right knee touch. Adjust your back foot and adjust the front knee or shin, let's say, whichever of those variations that you've been given. Wait there for a moment. Hands on hips, a little bit of a weight here. Fingers interlocked, index fingers crossed. Oh, sorry, index fingers straight. Reach up. Wait there for some time. And let's go. Starting to curve back only as much as you like. Breathe in, reach up for the ceiling. Breathe out, start the curve. Go, go, go. Only what you can. Don't force yourself. Inhale up. Hands down to the ground. Step back into plank. Knees touch. Hips on heels. Child pose. Slow. Look up. Help yourself up into a seated position. Now free your legs and sit in simple cross legs. Right leg in front. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left hand, right knee, right hand behind you, turn. Now, if this is too easy for you, what you can do is you can take that right arm around your back and try and grab onto your thigh. Release, come back. Change the cross, left leg in front. Sukh Asana. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right hand on left knee. Turn about, turn about. For some of us, not everyone, left arm wrapping around the back, trying to hook on to the right thigh there. Release, come back. And let's do a seated transition. Legs out in front of you. Hands pushing into the ground, Dandasana. Knees bent. Now we're not going to full boat, we're going to half of the half boat. So Ardha Navasana, but just halfway. And the tricky bit is we're descending into it, we're not rising up into it. So from this position, we'll try and go down. Remember, the idea is to keep your shoulders off the ground, arms resting on your knees. So let's say elbows or forearms resting on your knees. Breathe in. Now breathe out, round up the back, hunch the back. Slowly start traveling back until your lower back and your middle back is on the ground, shoulders are off. And that's it. We're not raising the legs today. Just stay here. Beautiful. Lie down flat. Cross your shins. Hold on to the feet. Roll up into seated position. And now let's do Purva Utthana. All right. Hands behind. Knees bent, feet slightly apart. So easy Purva Utthana, also known as the table or the platform. Breathe in, chest open. Breathe out, go, hips up, flat tummy. Also, You can just call it the easy reverse plank. Beautiful. Down. Okay. Sit, simple cross legs again. Lean to the right, left knee bent with the foot beside the hip. Right leg, you can just place it beside the knee over there if you like, the foot. You can place the foot beside the knee, or only if possible, I'll ask you to go into a half lotus. We're going into Bharadwajasana, variation 2. So if your knee hurts, don't do this. Just keep the foot on the ground. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, turn to the right, turn, turn, turn. And if you have your foot in half lotus, maybe you can take the right arm around and grab that foot. Release, gently come back. Very slow, let the right foot go. Lean to the right, free the left leg. Lean to the left, right knee bent, foot beside hip. If at all possible, left leg in Ardha Padmasana, half lotus. Now, before we do the other side, yeah, maybe you're just turning this way. Watch my right hand. Maybe this is all you're doing. You're sort of hooking the knee with the right hand. But the traditional, the complete posture is to turn your palm and place it under the knee. Now, you really don't have to do that. Just turning is good enough. Anyway, let's go. Right arm up. Exhale. Right hand on left knee. Turn, turn, turn. If you can grab the foot behind from behind, go for it. And for very few of us, right palm under the left knee. So there's a bit of a tilt in the shoulders when you do this variation, or let's say the complete variation. Beautiful. Release back arm, release front arm, release the lotus, lean to the left, right leg release, and again, Dandasana, straight legs. Beautiful. Knees bent. Remember to keep the feet and the knees together. Resting your elbows or your forearms on your knee. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, hunched back. Round your way down. Nice and slow, dragging your forearms down your knees. Lower back, middle back touching the ground, but not the shoulders. Try not to catch the knees, just sort of touch them. Inhale, relax. Cross your shins, hold on to the feet, roll up, seated position. Feet slightly apart, away from you, knees bent, hands behind you. Easy reverse plank. Inhale, chest open. Exhale, hips up. Beautiful, down. Okay, wonderful stuff. On your knees, last bit. Hands and knees, sorry, not just on your knees. Last bit. Now we're doing the tiger, but we're only doing the hunched part of it, all right? So from this absolutely flat back position, let's take the right leg back, and there's no need to lift it off. We're not doing that bit anymore. We're not doing any more sort of back bends. Breathe in, breathe out, hunch, drop your head, right knee to the nose. Down, neutral back. Left leg back, toes touching the ground. Breathe in, breathe out, hunch your shoulders, drop your head, left knee to the nose. Down, straight legs in the plank. Nice and slow, descend into chaturanga. Drop to the ground. Point your feet back in a very gentle cobra, really less, not trying to come up too high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Knees down to the ground, sit, hips on heels. The rabbit, Shashankasana. If you like, you can do the easy variation where your hands are somewhere near your knees. And of course, you're not trying to get your head too close to your knees. But if possible, if you know it, go for the full variation, which is hands ready to hold on to the heels. Now, with this, with the full variation, remember you're aiming to get your forehead as close to the knees as possible. Breathe in. Breathe out. Drop your chin to your chest. Round the back, really slouch. Take the top of your head to the ground. Grab your heels. And here we go, hips up. Down. Inhale up. Hands forward. Plank. Down. Chaturanga. Hold for a sec. Flat on the ground. Very gentle cobra. Really less. And that's it. Push yourself back into a down dog. Shake about a little bit. And knees down. Sit for a moment. Okay. So all we have left is the finishing sequence. And today we'll do a shoulder stand and a plow. But we'll do it twice. So first you'll do an easy shoulder stand, followed by a half plow. Now, in case you're confused, a half plow is where your legs are just uh, around hip level. Yeah, you're not really going all the way down to the ground. And then the second time around, you'll rest. And second time around, you'll try and straighten your shoulder stand as much as you can manage, and then maybe go down into a full plow. After both of those are done, when you release, fish posture, and that's it. We're done with practice. So, lying down on your back, make sure you have some space behind you. And remember, go easy. Don't try and do a very vertical shoulder stand if your neck doesn't like it. Let's start. Saral, easy shoulder stand. Saral Sarvangasana. Legs up, hands on lower back, and a bit of a flex in the hips, purposely so. From there, moving to a half plow. So getting your legs down to around hip level. Now, it may not be precise, could be a little higher or lower. That's okay. Arms flat on the ground behind your back and release. Hips come down, knees bent, feet down. Wait for a moment. Second attempt, trying to go a little higher on the shoulder stand and a little lower on the plow. Let's do this. Sarvang Asana. Legs up, hands on lower back, and if you can, straighten up as much as is possible. Slow, down into a plow. Now, if your legs don't touch the ground, if your feet don't touch the ground, it's okay. And start to release. Arms on the ground, slowly getting your hips down, knees bent, feet down. Wait for some time. While your knees are bent, get your arms under you first, and then straight legs. Pushing your elbows down into the ground, lift up your chest, top of the head on the floor. Release the fish, release your arms, and lie down with bent knees, feet apart, knees knocking into each other. Slow, wake yourself up. Move your fingers. Shuffle your feet together and drop to the side. Now stay on your side for just a few seconds. Using your hands, push yourself up. Get into a squat. Now you could have your feet apart, you could have your toes turning slightly out. Maybe, and of course, this is not for everyone, maybe you've got your feet together. You can also keep a block under the heels or even sit on a block. Just really use this to relax your lower back from all those back bends. Breathe in, breathe out, reach forward, push your hands into the ground, and help yourself up. Feet apart, eyes open. Feet together. Palms together, breathe in. And a little bow. And stay there.